So if the last episode didn't prove it, this one definitely will, that this is the worst Play Now series on YouTube. We went random, we got the Utah Jazz, and my opponent is the Milwaukee Bucks, so basically it's the two most uncool basketball cities in America going against each other. And shout out to Rudy Gobert for that. Now I guess one sort of theme for this video is one, both games end really, really weirdly, but also I realize that some of the things that work against the CPU when I'm playing my jam mode doesn't necessarily work in Play Now. Like right there, my opponent, he just pushed the pace. That's the type of thing the CPU doesn't normally do, you know? And the CPU also doesn't throw stupid behind-the-back alley-oops that somehow manage to get to a wide-open mid-range shooter. Hey, listen, that's one thing that happens online. Weird baskets. We all do it. Sometimes it happens for me, sometimes it happens for you. When it happens to your favorite YouTuber, they usually won't point it out because they're afraid of not looking like the Greek god of 2K. That was shots fired. Trevor Booker has a terrible release. And I was thinking to myself, oh nice, I got a stretch 4, and then he uses that. Who the hell's going to make a shot with that? I got lobbed on once again. Another reason why this is the worst Play Now on YouTube. I haven't thrown one lob yet, but I've been lobbed on like 4 times. And one thing you notice is my opponent was bringing a double team, and I didn't know what the hell to do against it. I was like, I'm completely shell-shocked right now. That's another thing that I have to get used to playing online, because the CPU, they're not going to double team you like that. But a player online, they're going to test you in ways that the CPU just doesn't do. I mean, there was another example of it right there, where I had to get the pass off. But then you're going to see that when my opponent hits me with the double team this time, I should have given it to the guy on the right-hand side, it goes out of bounds. These are the kind of things that I have to make adjustments for because I'm just not used to this. I'm not ready for this. And I'll admit, I was thinking to myself, man, I got to get used to this quick. Now, I did do it there because my opponent forgot that the inbounder is the most dangerous guy on an inbound play. Down 2 at the half. So in the second half, I decided to start Gordon Hayward at the 4 to better match up against the Bucks. He was open there, he wasn't open, that was a weird shot. Probably shouldn't have taken it, but hey, whatever. Can't take it back now, right? And, oh crap, Chris Middleton wide open. Okay. Down 5 points. Gotta go on a bit of a comeback now. I mean, the one thing I always say is about someone is, you want to learn something about somebody? Give them a deficit in 2K and see how they react. And luckily for me, one thing that has helped me against the CPU is I always stay composed when I'm down, by a significant margin. But on the flip side, I can't defend Giannis Antetokounmpo. But then you may notice that my opponent wasn't moving at the half-court line. I dunked the ball with Rodney Hood, and then my opponent dies. I called a 2-3 zone because I realized what he was doing, which was driving inside all the damn time. So I was like, okay, let me make a defense for that, and then he leaves. Okay. We won that game. Once again, this is the worst Play Now series on YouTube. Let's go random again. Oh, hell no. The New York Knicks, we'll be fine. Well, it was only a matter of time, right? The Cleveland Cavaliers. Great. It's cool. I'm sure nothing annoying is going to happen. It's just going to be a really good... You got to be freaking kidding me. I'm going up against a guy with the Cavs. He ran up court with JR. It's fine. Let's just realize the situation we're in, and we'll be okay. I know for a fact that we'll be alright. It's going to be one of those games. My opponent just pulled out some dude I never heard of, and he just dunked on my entire life. And now I'm already down, 8 points if I can do math correctly? I cheated to pass statistics, so come on. Down 7 points at the end of the first. This ain't good. I mean, my opponent seems like one of those guys who just knows how to make 2K online work. Whereas me, this is new. I don't know the ins and outs. I know how to play 2K, but I don't know the ins and outs of online play like that. I'm lucky that pass didn't get stolen. I'm also lucky that he's really aggressive on defense, so shout out to Melo there. I believe I had Melo at the 4 at this point. He might have still been at the 3. So the best mentality I can have, just stay in the game, okay? Stay in the game. The Cavaliers are a walking cheat code as long as your opponent has 2 eyeballs. But Porzingis, the zinger, the Latvian gangster, getting to the free throw line. 5 points. Okay. We're starting to creep back into this. Afflalo, I will love you forever. Well, I was going to say, if you would have made that, I would love you forever, but you didn't, so whatever. That shot is, okay. I guess I just didn't play. See, that's the type of thing. Like, my opponent, he probably plays enough online to know that shot would have gone in. Me, I would have never taken that shot because I would have just been like, that's not going to go in, but it's a different culture online. And one thing I notice is people do not play off-ball defense off of rollers very well. Afflalo with that one. If you're playing online and you have a floppy play, do it, man. No one's going to be able to defend that. Down 4 at the half, so we're starting to creep back in, and then I think my opponent goes insane in the span of like 30 seconds. So I get this one with Afflalo. See, those are the type of shots I got to be more open to take. He goes for that pass. See, he's one of those opponents that I'll admit I don't love facing these kind of opponents. I don't mind the double teams. The double teams are cool, but it's like just like zipping the ball all the way up court. I don't like that stuff. This play right here, what the hell? When did I pull that out of my ass? How did I manage to do that? So now it's a 3-point game. We've managed to take the Knicks to 3, and then like that right there, I'm not a fan of that personally. I don't like playing against that because it's like you just Hail Mary to Mozgov and the game rewarded you with a foul. Anyway, I missed the shot with Carmelo Anthony, but you can see we're starting to make another comeback, and then my opponent died again. What the hell? Did I just kill off 2 opponents? I won that game. The weirdest 2 games ever. The dumbest 2 wins I've ever had. But we're one step closer to advancing, and I'd like to think that these two games were a bit of a learning curve for me. Shout out to the black screen.